Divine Feminine, what do you really want? As a matter of fact, let's just agree to be honest and stop beating around the bush here. Divine Feminine, who do you really want? This dream that I had, right? And the dream was bad enough, but the download that came as I was preparing myself, as I was doing my routine, my shower, my oils, getting ready to do the message, the download that came was much worse. There is a divine feminine who is getting ready to bring karma on herself for playing around with a divine masculine. Divine feminine. Okay, let me start with the dream. In this dream, it's a wedding. It is a wedding. It is a divine union, right? It is a 11-11, a 4 of wands, right? A divine union. This divine feminine is getting married to this man that absolutely adores you. This man loves you. This man is a provider. This man is provide. If you are a divine feminine and you ask for a man that was a provider, if you are a divine feminine and you're like, look, I have dreams, I have goals. Like, it's not like you don't want to work. You just hate the job that you're at. You have dreams, you have goals, but because of financial restraints, right? Constraints, I should say. You're not able to pursue those at the time. This is a man that spirit blessed you with. Your ancestors, his ancestors, your spirit guides, his spirit guides, your teams came together and facilitated this union with this man who is very well off. And I'm not saying that's what matters. The point is that you asked for this and you got it. This man is very well off. He is a provider. He is taking care of you. He is giving you the ability to go after your dream so that you can start that business, so that you can start that sole proprietorship, that entrepreneurship, so that you could go after your goals. And once you do, you guys are going to create an empire. I'm telling you, you guys are going to create an empire. And divine feminine, like, this was the goal, right? This was the goal. This is what you wanted. But in this dream, this divine feminine is literally at the altar. It's not that she doesn't have love for him. She has love for him. But even as she is at the altar, they've said their vows. They've said their I do's. You know, they're kissing. You know, the preacher says, kiss your bride. And as this divine masculine is kissing this divine feminine, the only thing she is thinking is that my ex kisses so much better than him. Why, divine feminine? Why, at the point where you are receiving this blessing that you called in, that you manifested, that you both manifested, are you still thinking about this person from your past? Comparison is the thief of joy. That was the title I was told to give this message, that comparison is the thief of joy. You literally were gifted everything. And to be honest, if I'm being completely honest, this is no shade, right? This is no shade. I really want to talk to you like I talk to my sister when I'm mad at her. I call her female, right? Female. If I'm being completely honest, this is no shade. I'm not even sure how you were able to manifest these blessings, because it's pretty clear you are not ready for them. You were not ready for them, right? But you did what you did, and whatever you did, it worked, right? You did what you did, and whatever you did, it worked. But clearly you were not ready for them. Clearly you were not completely through your tower moment. Clearly you hadn't completely learned the lesson. If you are at the altar kissing your husband, right? Your ex, you were with that person for years. The background story that came as divine feminine is thinking about her ex. This is a guy that she was with for years, on and off. You guys never even were in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, this is the scenario that came with this, is that this was a divine feminine who was off and on with this ex for years. And while in your head, you may have believed you guys were in a relationship, if you think back and you look at the specifics, how I'm going to call it the situationship, how the situationship, how the connection, let's just call it that to make it sound a little bit nicer. If you think back about how the connection went every time you guys reconnected, at what point did this man ever say that you were his girlfriend? At what point did this man ever officially establish you as his girlfriend? Now, if this is not your situation, this is not your situation. There's no need to get mad or get upset or get offended. If your person from your past, whether you're together or not, officially said, recognize you as his girlfriend, this is not your message. Calm down, go somewhere else, right? For this divine feminine, if you think back over all of the interactions you had with this person, at what point did this person ever officially recognize you as their girlfriend, their significant other? They didn't. This person, you were nothing more than just a connection to this person. That's all it ever was. So you were sitting here reminiscing. And truth be told, yes, when this person finds out that you are married, they're going to be hurt. They're going to be hurt, right? Because you moving on, you getting married, you finding your divine counterpart is a part of their tower moment, because they have to miss out on the blessing that they took advantage of for all these years. Yes, that is their karma. But just because they are upset that they're going through their karma does not mean that now you need to go back to them. That is a part of their lesson. That is a part of their road that they have to go down. That does not mean that all of a sudden, oh man, now they learned their lesson, I can go back to them. No, that defeats the entire purpose. Now, the download that I got as I was preparing myself, going through my routine, is that divine feminine, if you are either dating this new person because you are trying to make your ex jealous, and if you it is not really in your heart with this new person, their spiritual team, their ancestors are going to deal with that. They're going to have to deal with that. You're about to bring a horrible, a horrible, I don't know why I said that like that. That means something to somebody. If you are about to bring a really big tower moment onto yourself, and it's not going to be pretty. So you really have to ask yourself. You really have to make up your mind. You really have to decide if this is what you really want. The other scenario I got was, as I was previously explaining, a divine feminine who moved on. She recognized that the person from her past was not looking at her as a serious option. She recognized the person from her past they'd never gotten to the point in all the time that they've dated. Marriage was never on the table. So this person moved on. This person genuinely moved on, but they still could not get their ex out of their head. And seeing their ex go through that tower moment, seeing their ex being regretful that they missed out on this opportunity, seeing their ex now want them, and part of that is wanting what they now can't have, all of a sudden now they're thinking in their mind, should I go back to this person? No, ma'am, no. No, because first of all, this person needs to sit in that. They need to sit in that. I'm sorry. This person needs to sit in that. And after the universe, after your ancestors and your guides have presented you with what you wanted, after they have presented you with what you asked for, why would you go back to why would you go back to a tower moment to someone who put you in a tower moment when you've been gifted the Wheel of Fortune? Like this is the Wheel of Fortune, and you're choosing a tower moment over the Wheel of Fortune. Just make it make sense. So divine feminine, before you destroy a divine masculine who does not deserve it, who has done nothing but love you, show up for you, be there for you, has done nothing but be everything that you add. And I'm getting like he's everything on your list. This is someone who made a prayer, made a list. I'm getting like, who was that? The Sierra prayer. This is someone that did a prayer, made a list. I don't know if you burned it. I don't know what you did with it, right? But this is for someone who and actually water. I don't know where this came from, right? It was like a download that I got where, and I should not even share this. I'm not going to share this. I'm not going to share this because I don't promote love spells. I don't, because it's never going to work in your favor. And as a matter of fact, divine feminine, if you are, because there is an element that works better with conducting love spells than fire, but I'm not even going to say what it is. Divine feminine, if you are doing a love spell and you're not ready for what you're calling in, there's going to be repercussions, right? There's going to be repercussions for it. So let me warn you ahead of time, right? So this video, it serves as a warning, but also just, I don't know. But like I said, the title of this video is literally, I was told, comparison is the thief of joy. Like you're comparing apples to oranges. Yes, there are some things that your ex may have done better. If it's something that's like sexual, please understand that when it comes to intimacy, things can be learned. When it comes to intimacy, if you were with your ex for years, he knows you, he knows your body, he knows what you like. The new person can also learn these things. You have to give them time, right? You have to give them time. But you're comparing apples to oranges, right? It's not the same. Yes, there are some qualities that you may have preferred. Maybe, like I said, it may be intimacy, it may be personality traits, but the point of the matter is that this new person is a much better match for you. This new person is a much better match. So you really have to decide what it is that you really want. If you really want to waste more years, because I'm getting like double it. I'm getting double it. So if you were with this past person on and off for 5 years, double it before this person actually realizes your worth, because they have to go through a tower moment before they realize your worth. And if you're not going to allow using you to be that tower moment, then spirit is going to have to finagle some other tower moment. So you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. If you've been off and on down this cycle with this person for 7 years, double it. It's going to be 14 before this person is ready to settle down with you. Are you really willing to waste all that time? When you have someone, I'm hearing like Luther Vandross. Here and Now, I Promise to Love Faithfully. I don't know if your new person likes Luther Vandross, but anyways, I'm hearing this new person is here and now. This person is everything that you asked for, everything that you prayed for, everything that you wrote on your list and you burned it or you did whatever you did with it. That person is here and now. And are you really willing to throw that away to wait for the person from your past to get it together? And please understand that if you choose to wait, while that is 100% your prerogative, you have freedom of choice. You have free will. This is your world, baby girl. You have free will to live your life as you so choose. Please understand that as a part of that is going to mean that you having to watch this divine masculine moving on, because while while you're waiting for him to see your worth, remember that at this moment, he still doesn't see it. He still doesn't see it. He's still looking, I'm getting like for bigger and better, not necessarily bigger in size, but he's still out there looking, I don't know why, bigger and better. I heard he's looking for bigger and better. And I wouldn't necessarily describe as looking for another woman bigger and better. Maybe if it's something where like you were dating a guy and he told you were too skinny, if that was like a thing. If you being too petite was a turn off for him, he may actually be looking for a woman that's a little bit more voluptuous, I'll say, right? But if you are waiting for this person to finally see your worth, it's going to come in the form of a tower moment of somebody else taking him, of him finding somebody who checks off everything on his list. But then he's going to have to wait for that person to take him down and through there for him to realize that you would have never done that to him. So you're going to have to wait. He might go off. He might have more children with this person. He might have children. But there were no children in the dream. But I don't know why, as I'm talking, I heard have more children. There were no children specified in the dream. So if your union is someone that you don't have children with, then he's going to go off and he's going to have children with this person. And this person is going to be, I'm getting like, this is going to be one of those, like, I can't even say bitter baby mamas, because this is a woman that he wants to be with, but she's going to be a horrible mother to his children. Not to say that she's going to be a bad mom. She's going to be a horrible partner, right? She's going to be a horrible partner when it comes to trying to raise the children and their parenting styles. There's going to be so many things that she's going to do that he's not going to like. So you're going to have to wait for that. That means, that means her getting pregnant. That means 9 months of the pregnancy. That means them having the baby. That means them going through. It's going to be years. It's going to be years of turmoil before he finally sees, oh, so-and-so wouldn't have done this. And maybe I'm hearing more children, because maybe if it is someone you have children with, then he's like, oh, well, when I had children with this person, she never did this. She never did this. She never did that. So that might be what it is. Like I said, in the dream, there were no children. But as I'm talking, I specifically heard this person's going to have more children with this other individual. But if you don't have children with this person, then the scenario is going to come that this person is going to go off and have children with someone. So you're going to have to sit there and witness him having a family with someone, and it's going to be that family situation going south, which is going to be his tower moment. Are you really going to sit back and allow yourself to be heartbroken, right? Are you really going to sit back and allow yourself to be heartbroken, watching him play house, play family, do all of this with another woman, just so you can sit back and wait for him to finally see your worth? Or are you going to take the option that you prayed for, that you asked for, that spirit? I'm hearing like your ancestors and this new guy's ancestors, like I don't know why I'm seeing like a tea party, right? I'm literally seeing women sitting around laughing, talking, sipping tea. I'm seeing like men in the background. Somebody is wearing like the sandals. Y'all know, like the sandals for the ones that's the grill master working working the grill. I'm literally seeing like a family get together with both families where everyone is getting along. There's music. Like it's a good time. It's a good time. Your ancestors came together and were like, she's perfect. His ancestors came and said she's perfect for our descendant. Your ancestors came and said he's perfect for her. I'm hearing like it was a match made in heaven. So Divine Feminine, like, what's the problem? So then once again, Divine Feminine, before you cast that spell, and if you already did and it's too late, that's fine. But before you jump into something new, right? And before you continue to progress and start something new and enter into a contract, right? This is a spiritual contract with someone new. You have to ask yourself, what do you really want? Or rather, who do you really want? And as always, remember, the choice is yours. If you made it this far, as always, thank you for listening. Bye.